Looking back on this year, is there a moment or a memory that really stands out to you that you'll take with you throughout the rest of your time coaching here?
Yeah, I mean, I just think that the leadership from our upperclassmen has been pretty special. And I think that overall, the team has created a really great culture where mistakes can be made, and it's not necessarily the actual mistake, but how you fix it that matters. And I think that the girls really held on to that pretty well. So the culture is created for vulnerability and all of that, so that people can really share in the experience to the best of their ability without an intimidating presence.
Right. Obviously, the loss in the quarterfinals wasn't what you guys hoped for, but what does it mean to you how hard the team fought all season in this very tough PSAC conference?
Yeah, I mean, we went through a short spell in the middle of the season where I think we lost sight of what we were capable of doing, and then pulling them out of it. What I was most proud of was that 5-game winning streak at the end where you beat 2 of the top teams. And what I was most proud of was their ability to kind of take that pressure with them to do it. So we knew that those 5 games were needed for us to get into PSACs. And they did it with composure and a lot of pride. So I think what they were able to overcome in the middle of the season, at the end of the season, was really special.
Mm-hmm. What do you think led to the downfall against Bloomsburg? And if you can make the NCAAs, how would you work to correct that?
I think emotions were probably high. I think anytime you get down to the wire, I think that in the first half we played really, really well, and I think when we came off at halftime, the girls almost were thinking they won the game.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember telling them at halftime, like, you still have another half to play, and there's a storm brewing at the other end of the field, so you're going to have to play with some composure. And I think that the emotions, especially from your senior class, when they know it's a win and go on or lose and potentially your season's done, I think emotions can get really high. So I think that the second half was a very, very emotional half, if that makes sense. And I think that going into the NCAA tournament, should we make it, I'm just going to have to remind the girls that you take your emotions out of it. You got a job to do. So.
Do you think your odds of making the tournament are pretty high?
I think it depends on today's 2 semifinal games, and I can't predict because it's all statistical, and everybody who knows me knows I'm really bad at math. So I think we have a pretty good chance, barring today's results.
Mm-hmm. You had 3 PSAC honorees this year with Brooke Testa, Madison Johnson, and Jordan Minna. What does it mean to have this exposure on and off the field in terms of athletically and academically?
Yeah, I mean, Brooke, I'm really proud of her. There are some really incredible forwards in this conference, so for her to make the 3rd team is really something special because, honestly, it's such a forward-loaded conference that if you can put yourself among in the conversation in the forward group, attacking group, you're doing something really good. So Brooke, I'm really proud of her, and on top of that, she's really focused academically, and I've been really proud of her ability to kind of do both really well over the years. And then Maddie Johnson is just, to me, one of the most intelligent players I think I'll ever coach. And she's not gifted athletically like everybody else in the conference, and she's not got a ton of height, but she's really, really intelligent. And fearless, and I'm just really glad that the other coaches in the conference can recognize the intelligence factor above, any out and outright athletic ability. And then Jordan, that was special. I mean, first team all conference as a freshman is really, really special. But when you get one of the big 4 awards, and you do it, it's confidence in her. Obviously it will help her be confident, and then I think for Mark and I to know that what we're bringing in is the right talent and the right kid, that was a really special award.
Mm-hmm. Like you said with Jordan, you knew she'd be a good player, but did you know she'd be so good so early in her career?
I had a feeling.
Yeah.
I did. I had a feeling. She was really, really highly recruited by some big time D1 schools. So we knew that she'd be the right fit here. It was really just a matter of what part of the field she'd fit in. And so I think we made the right decision, obviously putting her in the middle of the field. for us. But she's just a special player. Her pace is unbelievable. She's smart, obviously very gifted athletically, and then just from a soccer standpoint, she's the real deal. So.
Last question: what for next year excites you the most moving forward?
I don't know. You get so caught up in the moment of the here and now that you don't really try and go so far beyond. I'm excited about our next year's class as well. I know I have one other kid that's coming in that I think will fill a role that we'll be losing. I don't know. I think, again, the leadership, the culture, the team atmosphere, and the way that our team really interacts with each other is always very exciting for us. And that's probably what I look forward to the most. Just spending time with the team is really a big gift. So.